looked through the lens of my older brother's camera. He didn't know I could see him. Have you ever looked at someone you've shared a bedroom with your entire life and suddenly realized you are staring at a complete stranger? My older brother Ethan was always the golden boy of our small town. He was the local high school track star, an Eagle Scout, and the kind of guy who volunteered to mow old Mrs. Gable's lawn every single Saturday without asking for a dime. Everyone always told my parents how incredibly lucky they were to have a son like him. I looked up to him like he was a god, trailing behind him and copying everything he did. Our household was completely predictable and safe. We lived in a quiet cul-de-sac where nobody ever locked their front doors. Ethan spent his free time doing wildlife photography, carrying a heavy telephoto lens into the woods behind our house for hours. Our routine was comfortable. We would eat dinner together as a family, argue over who had to wash the dishes, and then head upstairs to our shared room to finish our homework. I always felt completely protected whenever Ethan was in the room. He was my anchor, the one person I trusted more than anyone else in the world. The first crack in my perfect reality appeared on a rainy Tuesday evening. Ethan had rushed out of the house in a panic, claiming he had left his favorite tracking watch at the school stadium before the gates locked for the night. In his haste, he left his professional camera sitting on his desk, fully turned on and hooked up to his laptop. A bright green light was blinking on the side of the device. I walked over completely out of harmless curiosity, intending to look at the bird photos he had captured earlier that afternoon. Instead of wildlife shots, the screen displayed a live feed. My heart did a sudden, violent kick against my ribs. The camera wasn't pointed at the woods, it was streaming a crystal clear view of the master bedroom across the street belonging to the local police chief. I clicked on a minimized folder labeled archive, and my hands began to sweat. There were thousands of organized files containing detailed logs of our neighbors' daily routines, their security codes, the exact times they left their homes, and photographs taken through their second-story windows. My brother wasn't taking photos of nature. He was meticulously documenting the entire neighborhood, mapping out their vulnerabilities with the cold, calculated precision of a predator preparing for a strike. The sheer scale of the surveillance was dizzying. I found blueprints of our local bank, schedules of police patrols, and a digital diary detailing how easily he could manipulate the people who trusted him. The Golden Boy persona was a carefully constructed mask designed to ensure no one would ever suspect him when things started to go wrong. The front door clicked open downstairs. Panic seized me as I heard Ethan's heavy footsteps bounding up the wooden stairs, 2 at a time. I scrambled backward, desperately shoving the mouse aside to make the screen look exactly as he had left it, and threw myself onto my bed, picking up a textbook just as the door swung open. Ethan walked in, breathing heavily from his run. He looked at his desk, then turned his gaze slowly toward me. For a fraction of a second, the warm, familiar warmth drained completely from his eyes. His face went entirely blank, his jaw hardening into a sharp, icy expression I had never seen before in my life. The brother I knew vanished, replaced by an empty, chilling presence that made the hairs on my arms stand up. "Did you touch my camera, buddy?" he asked, his voice dripping with a flat, terrifying calm that sent a wave of pure dread straight down my spine. I forced a casual laugh, looking him dead in the eye while my heart hammered a frantic rhythm against my chest. "No, I was just trying to figure out this geometry problem," I lied, keeping my voice as steady as possible. Ethan stared at me for 3 long, agonizing seconds, evaluating my expression before his familiar, dimpled smile snapped right back into place like a rubber band. The mask was back, but the illusion was permanently dead. I am currently locked in the bathroom, writing this on my phone, realizing I have to sleep in the same room tonight with a monster who knows I might have seen his true face.